Everybody can hear us? Good? Everybody can hear us? Sam? Floyd? Good? All right, everybody. Fun little Nerf war there. So happy Thursday. Almost into the week. You good? You good? All right. So welcome to the Seventh Comptroller Squad News Network. This is our 16th installment. So it's been over a year now that we've been running with this. I'm Major Big Dollar Daniels. I got Senior Mac Sergeant Mac Daddy McInnes and Tech Sergeant The Hair Moore. All right. So as you know, we've had some visitors here this week from Global Strikes, our Global Strike FM and our Global Strikes CM. So Colonel Snow and Chief Bezersworth, if you guys come up, our special guests for today. So just, you know, as they went around, obviously we used our resources to make sure everybody was saying great things about us and paid them, you know, that type of deal. But no,
Very well done.
It's been a great visit with you guys coming out here and finally getting you out here. You know, last time we had you out here was the storm right before. We were making phone calls, telling you guys, yeah, you probably don't want to come out here, and that was definitely the right decision. Obviously, coming in, we were still kind of concerned about the weather coming in and then seeing the tornado watches, but we made it happen. This week's actually turned out a lot better with the weather than we were expecting. But we're just great to have you guys here to see the mission and see what all of our airmen do. So appreciate it, sir. And Chief, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
So I don't know if there's anything, sir, that you kind of want to share with them.
Yeah, first and foremost, we appreciate everything that you all have done, putting this on. It's never a small effort trying to host, you know, visitors and pony shows and all that stuff. But just the camaraderie and the cohesiveness that you guys have and the teamwork, showing us last night, especially with, you know, taking your time and having a cookout for us, that really, you know, hit you in the feels when that happens. It shows us how much of a team and how much a great leadership you have here, bringing you together to do that, and then obviously displaying that for us. And it didn't look like it was staged, and you know that you guys truly enjoy doing those things together and all. So we truly appreciate that. And as I always tell folks that work for me and work, you know, especially junior officers and senior NCOs, you know, it's all about the people, right? I've been promoted a bazillion times, and Chief's been promoted a bazillion times. I didn't earn this on my own. It was all on work, people similar to you all, and you know that I benefited from. I plant a seed like Major Daniels and Senior Mac have planted seeds and let you guys run with that and empowered you to do a lot of things and make your jobs a lot easier and faster and better. And it shows that you guys enjoy what you're doing. And I just implore you, Lieutenant, and as you go forward and you start to grow in that role, you know, take care of your people. They're going to take care of you, right? And they're the most important resource you have. Same with Sergeant Bridges. You know, your team, your junior enlisted, grow them to be, you know, really we're in the job now to replace our replacements. You know, I've been around, I was talking last night at dinner that when we were at FE, I asked all the airmen to start saying how long they had been in, and it took almost the entire squadron before it got to the point of how many years I've been in. And I'm not bragging about the years. It's just, I've been around a while, I've seen a lot, and I've done a lot, but it's always on the shoulders of superhuman people like you. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the hospitality you've given us this week, and we truly have enjoyed it and seen a lot that you guys are doing. And as Major Daniels said, the senior leadership on this base truly appreciates what you're doing for them and for their airmen. So I implore you to keep that up and as you go forward. With that, I'll turn it over to Chief.
Good morning, everybody. Again, I just want to, I'll follow his lead and come over to this side. I want to echo the thanks. It's been a great visit so far. I got to sit down with all you guys, all the enlisted, and I really appreciate that. I want to come on and put a public record, public statement that it was my idea not to go to Pacini's, Pinelli's, Perini's. So anybody who has any doubt and wants to point blame, I made that recommendation that we didn't go to Pirelli's. So it's on me, and I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping the next couple weeks. But maybe when we come back, that will be obviously not maybe. It definitely will be a priority of mine to make sure that I go to Pirelli's. All right. So thanks for the recommendation, and I want to own that so you guys know that I have that in me. But I just want to say, I love what Global Strike does, what the mission is. That's what I like to focus on. We have a great mission here and what we support and how we keep our nation safe. But I just want to, kind of echo to the things that you guys are impacting in the future. There's so much happening within Global Strike. It's really amazing right now to think that we're bringing on so much new things. We're talking about GBSD, B-21, the MH-139. We got the JLTVs. What else are we modernizing with it? There's got to be one thing I'm missing.
Long-range strike.
The LRB?
Yeah.
So is it LRB or?
LRSO.
LRSO. Okay, so there's tons of things that this command is going through, right? So talking to some young airmen that are outside of our community, you sit there and think that what we're dealing with today is not what they're going to be dealing with in 10 years, right? When it comes to the metal that we support. So it's really kind of important to think about all the changes that are going on within our command, and that means that we're getting lots of money. And what do? We take care of money and manage money and make sure that we effectively manage our resources, right? So we do that as a community. We make that happen. So I don't want you guys to forget that, how as financial managers we impact the mission, right? Because that's really what we're doing. We're sitting here supporting the airmen that take care of the mission, and we're taking care of the equipment. Everything that happens really happens because of money. Without money, equipment quits working, people stop working, and things don't happen. So all I ask is for you guys is to remember and to be proud of what you do, because what you do as financial managers does make a difference to the overall, basically effectiveness of our Air Force. So thank you for doing that. Thanks for taking care of Major Daniels and Rod, because it is the same thing. All of us that are senior leaders didn't get to be senior leaders without having great folks help us and take care of us. I still have super fond memories of all my commanders that I've been their superintendent to, and look forward to when I retire to send them a note saying thanks for making me who I became, because if it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't be where I was at today. So the same thing, thanks for the support you guys give them, and they are doing great things, and you guys are a great group of people, and I had a lot of fun. I like winning, so being able to win at cornhole and win at volleyball. I don't know if you guys will just help me out and just let me win everything that we played, but thanks for that.
They did.
Ego stroking.
I don't know about that.
Clearly that's what they did. They let
Yeah, because I don't remember losing, because that's my theme song. All I do is win. So you guys played right into that, so that was awesome. So thanks.
I don't think that was given, Chief. They had to have a huddle for volleyball.
They did. The other side did. Yeah, they said we really gotta let Chief win. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard, because it was a really long huddle. Oh yeah, you were on it. What was that all about?
He was the one that called the huddle.
Oh yeah, he was. It was super effective. Anyway, thanks for the laughs. Thanks for hosting us. And obviously, if you guys ever need anything, your team is here to take care of you. And if and they'll get it to us if they need our support. So thanks again.
I think we may have one more thing. We weren't sure that was going to come up. We do have this.
Okay.
All right, so we do have one more thing. We have a.
Gotta make it official.
Should make it official.
Oh, I didn't know it was that official.
It's real official. Real official.
Really?
That part I don't. Official stuff I don't normally do like that. Yeah, it's like a long time.
No, you just go to one.
That's right. My kids can mark it. So.
All right, hey, we wanted to present a certificate to a Command FM award winner for this quarter. So we'd like Sergeant Jones, come up here.
Dude, I feel like I'm back at Aliens.
I'll take it out of the packaging. So we're going to give you one of our coins as well. Thank you. Since I opened it.
All right. All right, guys. So real quick, COVID update. I know we're on the tail end of it, but I know Colonel Miguel sent out the message about the mask. So if you are vaccinated after the 2 weeks after vaccination, you are allowed to you don't have to wear a mask. You still have to wear a mask at the BX shop at the commissary, the places that they say masks are mandatory. So just know that. Obviously, we resumed in-person meetings. We resumed Unit PT. We've been doing that, and we've been doing. So we're kicking off some of what we're going to do the Sports Skill Fridays. So and then the change with the PT gear is now on Wednesdays. Monday and Friday we'll do civilian gear and have some fun. So all right. So that's kind of the big COVID update. We're still doing vaccines on Friday down at the fitness center, open to all, so there's no tier approach. So if you want to get a vaccine, it's still optional. All right. So how are we delivering the financial platform? We'll turn it over to Sergeant Matt.
All right, so delivering a financial platform, kind of first thing we want to look at is the FMF of the future, right? So with some of the COVID restrictions being let go, we're looking to kind of open up some of our customer service just a little bit. The team's currently working on that plan, looking to get some computers in, some CSP stations, if you will, and let some of our customers come in, still create their tickets, so we have that tracking. But if they want to come in, get a little assistance creating the ticket, they'll be able to do that. So that's just kind of one thing that we're looking at doing. But like I said, the plan's still in action, and the team's still developing that. So if you have any ideas on what you think that needs to look like or what it should look like, please get with your FMF flight leadership, Lieutenant Garcia and Sergeant Bridges, Sergeant Ortiz, and they'll see if they can incorporate that into the plan that they're currently making. So with that, so also looking at, the FMF of the future, right? So looking forward to next year, we have AFIBs coming online. So, we're currently doing some training with NPF. Been kind of a rocky start to that training, mainly kind of due to just the information that they're receiving on their end. So what we're looking at doing is doing a town hall between us and NPF, get some information out, kind of make sure that they know, hey, this is coming, this is what it is, these are the timelines, these are the things that we're looking to do, and hopefully we can all kind of get on one page between us and NPF and get that information out there and get things better prepped for the AFIBs rollout next year. And lastly, or for my section of delivering a financial platform, I want to give a shout out to Master Sergeant John Bridges, who went down to Randolph and assisted with the SKT rewrite for the career field. So Sergeant Bridges went down there for 3 to 4 weeks and helped develop the upcoming WAPS test for E5 and E6. So just wanted to give him a quick shout out for a great job done down there.
All right. So we're about we had Winter Storm Uri in February. Obviously, we're still doing a lot of stuff, still a lot of construction going on across the wing. I know Brian and Amber Strader, you guys have been kind of putting stuff together. We're still giving updates to the wing commander on a weekly basis. Right now, we're tracking an estimate right now is around $9 million. A big portion of that is utility bills from that. Our costs skyrocketed during that. We had a couple of generators go down, or that were down previous to the storm coming in, and we weren't able to get them back on the grid until after the storm. So definitely bumped up our utility bill. So right now, we've been working with our Global Strike and IMSC, and they got to see one of our buildings while they were here, the Comm Squadron. Saw how rough it was when the pipes burst, and it had probably about 8 inches of water sitting in there. So it was good to see that and kind of advocate for some of that what's to come and what was the impact of the storm. So we'll keep working. We're going to keep working hard to get that money so we can make sure our mission continues and our buildings are back to where they were. And so it takes you guys, and you guys have been working hard doing it, so appreciate that. So another one was a vehicle sustainment shortfall. Great job by our FMA team, kind of getting that information out, working with our LRS to make sure we were on the same page with our numbers and what we were pushing up to. I think probably 3 different calls on UFIRS from the Vehicle Sustainment Center, and then also through IMSC and Global Strike, making sure that our numbers were saying the same thing. We're still showing the right impact, so we can make sure our vehicles stay moving, so our operations are getting our emergency responders and everybody else that needs those. So the FMA was able to kind of look through the requirements, saw that we had a vehicle lease that they were no longer doing because they already covered the GSA lease. So we're able to get some of that money over there to help with our shortfall. And then also Global Strike has been helping out, giving us some money. So great job there, keeping it going. I know LRS appreciates it. They don't have to park as many cars, but they're still trying to triage what they have to keep getting the vehicles up to where they need to be so they can keep working. Had the security forces razor rides. I know we posted a post out there on Facebook last night with some of the pictures. We enjoyed that, right? Everybody enjoyed that. Got to run around, get a little muddy with the rain, and be able to ride with that. So it's that's something that obviously we're trying to get out, and now that we're able to do that, pair up with some of the squadrons. But that was also a unique thing because we've helped fund that and in the year last year, so that they can take those razors and do what they need to do, have the flexibility to get around on base. I've been seeing it at the front gate, so it gives them real quick access to go chase somebody down if need to be while the gates are getting worked on, but also to be able to take that downrange wherever they go. If it's build a flight line, secure a flight line, they're able to do that with those razors, and that's part of it. So here pairing up with the VTF. Another thing, so we got 4 lenses. I know I've been asking for the 4 lenses, so that we should have that project done this week. You get out there with the map and the 4 lenses, so you guys can see, better see how do you talk to different people, how do you communicate, how they communicate, so we can help with our workplace environment, understand each other a little bit better. So we'll be getting that out this week. All right, Sergeant Moore.
Yes, sir. So I don't know if you guys have heard about this thing called the BTF, but it's kind of a big deal. It's been going around. I mean, we've only have a little bit of involvement with it, but with the return that came back last month, we're seeing the vouchers rolling through. So thanks to FMF for trying to get those guys pushed through. We've already had hundreds of vouchers come through and get approved and done with, but we still have a couple vouchers that are in different stages of either getting returned because they need to correct something, because they probably try to put max per diem for Norway for the full time because they want their money. But thanks for FMF for taking a look at that. Thanks for FMA for all the work that you guys did to get those orders situated, because of course they change their mind every day on what's happening. But it's not going to be easy when they're out in the middle of Norway. So appreciate both FMA and FMF for all the work that they're doing to try to get those guys paid and get them paid correctly. But
what do we end up with? Four amendments on those orders? Was it 3 or 4? 4?
4.
All right. So some shout outs. So we've been what we try to do is getting out in the community, getting out in the base, and having an impact just not only in the squadron but outside. So big shout out to Sergeant Moore, Airman Heath, Airman O, Airman Rivers, and Airman Antonio for the 5-6 golf tournament. I know we even had a team out there, had some fun, but that always takes somebody to run it and kick it off so it's successful. And the 5-6, and not only just us from a WSA perspective, I think it was basically a WSA run golf tournament from when we went out there and saw everybody volunteering. So great job to you guys kicking that off. We definitely had some fun. We didn't win, but we weren't going out there to win. But Aaron McKinney got his first time playing golf. You enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
It was a good time. He did wish he was over 21, but you know, you'll get there sometime. All right. Other one. I actually got the next one.
Yeah, Sergeant Bridges, SKT update. Any feedback? I know you can't necessarily tell us when I asked to tell us what's on the test, but kind of any feedback you can give on the process. Maybe some of our folks end up doing it.
I want to know. Can you tell us something?
So really the biggest update for this next round of SKT testing is that it is purely regulation based. We are no longer going to be using the CDCs. So every question that you find on a SKT, you will find in your regulations. I can't go into the details about which sections yet. However, that information will be released. So that way it gives everybody who is going to be completing SKT testing a fair shot. But once they do release that information, I am more than willing to help anybody at any level in deciphering what they release and kind of explaining what it means and what to pull out of those regulations to concentrate on.
Appreciate it, Sergeant Bridges.
Thanks, Hubbard.
And also, I want to personally thank, where's she at? Sergeant Floyd, thank you for putting on my promotion ceremony. I know it was a lot of work involved, but more than likely it'll probably be my last promotion ceremony, and you made it special, so I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, so another one I hit on is Lieutenant Garcia getting out and doing the L4I class, which is now called what again? What do we change it to?
Design warfare.
Design warfare. So we went out there to support that. She's been working with a Spark Cell team, getting out to the global strike bases and changing the mindset of what we think about innovation and how do we solve problems. So great job there. Can you give us a little insight on what you did over there?
Sure. So it's a 4-week course. I was only able to go there for the first week, but essentially we got members from each of the 8 bases from Global Strike, and they attended this course, and it's just basically a theory learning on how to solve problems instead of like from the top down. It's essentially going straight for the end users and asking them, hey, like, what do you need? Like, what's the issue? When we interview them, and throughout this course, they kind of go over that and kind of like techniques on how to do it. And I was one of the instructors for it. So yeah, and we've done it twice so far, and we're trying to get 6 more classes by September.
Awesome. So Dyess setting the way on that,
Yes, sir.
leading the way in Global Strike and getting that information and getting that course out. Another shout out to Aaron Strader, Aaron Rivers, Aaron Tovar, and Aaron Valdivia for the WSA all-call on the training day. So obviously we hadn't had an all-call on WSA for at least a year. So being able to get in here, get everyone in WSA in here, and have a good showing. I think that was probably one of our best showings even before COVID. So thank you for getting that. I know it took a team effort. And then we had some barbecue, lunch, and some training, Family Feud, right? Our own Family Feud host, Aaron Valdivia, getting out there and having some fun. So that was good. I think everybody enjoyed that, and good team building while we were at it. We found out we get to learn how people think on certain things, and I think the Family Feud answers sometimes we're just like, I don't know about that, but there are the answers on the card, so we got to play with it. But thank you guys for putting that on. Great job. And then thanks, Senior McGinnis. I know we had a whole bunch of furniture that we were moving around. We got some new furniture for CSS, right? Even though Airman Heath's leaving us, you got some new furniture. But great stuff on that. I know we had basically all the furniture out in the pavilion, and Sergeant McGinnis was breaking it down, getting it out, so that way we had our pavilion ready to go if we needed to. Unfortunately, with weather, we try to have some backups for the barbecue yesterday, but making sure we're looking nice, looking professional. So appreciate that. You got the shirt off.
Yes, sir. So thanks to all the airmen that did the heavy lifting to actually get the furniture out to the pavilion. I appreciate y'all letting me just watch. It's very nice. No, y'all did some real work, because y'all had to work it down that little staircase and get it all the way outside, and that is not light furniture, and you had to deal with the roaches raining down from inside there. I'm not saying that that's the shirt's fault. It's just that furniture's been up there for a long time, so Shard, if you're watching this, sorry. But thank you guys so much for actually doing the heavy lifting to get that furniture out there, and then Sergeant McKinnis and the team that took it apart and finally got it gone, so we get the new furniture in there.
All right. Any other shots?
So I got one more. Sergeant Foy again for completing her ALA.
Oh, yeah.
How long was that? Was it 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
It was 10.
2 weeks? It was 2 weeks? So great job on that. I mean, she had to spend, how much was it, 2 hours every Wednesday?
Roughly.
Roughly 2 hours every Wednesday.
Yeah, you're telling us it was a lot. It started being a lot more. A lot of people were getting talkative, weren't they?
Yes. Yeah, it extended past 2 hours a couple of times.
That was her after duty time. That's not like 2 hours during the workday. Like every Wednesday, she would go there for 10 weeks for 2 hours a day and listen to people talk about leadership and different things. It's supposed to bridge the gap for NCOs that need some PME in between ALS and going to NCOA. So it's a really awesome thing they offer here, but thanks to Sergeant Floyd for actually going out participating and bringing some of that knowledge back here.
Awesome stuff. What'd you think? Good? Definitely good? All right. So make sure, our NCOs or upcoming NCOs, think about that. I know it's a time sacrifice, but it's definitely something that we've had a couple people go through it, and they really, really enjoyed it and took a lot of stuff out of it. So looking forward to seeing what you do with it, Sergeant Floyd. All right. Do we have any other shots? Do you have any? All right. So I know that, and we'll get a big one out at the end of this, but so current events. So we got Sergeant Ortiz. I know we're working on a current event for tomorrow, right? Our spicy chicken sandwich challenge. Which ones did we narrow it down to now?
So we have Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A,
Popeyes, and KFC.
And KFC. All right. Yeah, everybody's got a spicy chicken sandwich nowadays. Everybody's got a spicy. I mean, even McDonald's has a.
McDonald's is pretty good.
That's what you keep
It's a
saying.
sleeper. Has anybody had it?
Yes.
It's not bad, right?
I'd say not bad, but pretty good. So it might be a bit of a stretch.
That's why I didn't make the top 3. All right, so we're going to do, whoever wants to participate, we're going to kind of do a blind taste test to just, make it to where it's known which one's the best spicy chicken sandwich tomorrow for lunch. So if you're interested, please let Sergeant Ortiz know. We're going to go pick up some and kind of split it up, blind taste test challenge, and that way we can, who is the ruler of the spicy chicken sandwich. So good stuff. Got the wing change of command coming up on 15 June. It is change of command season, so we got a lot of change of commands happening across the wing. But the big one is the wing change of command on the 15th June. I'd say the second biggest is mine, so it'll be the 16th July out there. But Sergeant Ortiz has been rocking it and getting out there and making sure everything's good to go for Major Jesus once he rolls in to take over. So I know you guys, I'll say it again, but I know you guys are gonna keep doing what you're doing and make sure that he's taken care of, and we're gonna keep doing, raising the bar. It's never about who's the next one comes in. For me, it's not saying, I want that person to fail. Absolutely not, because for me, what it's about is you guys. I would never want the squadron to fail. I want the squadron to keep going and keep raising the bar going forward. So I know you guys will continue to do that. All right, some hails and farewells.
Hails and farewells. So he's not here. I'm looking around the room. Mr. Carr. He's in the CSS now. Coming to us from over in Med Group. So if you get a chance, go stop by and just say hello. I know we've already brought him around the squadron, but stop in and holler at Mr. Carr whenever you get a chance.
Get him to laugh too. He has an infectious laugh.
And if y'all remember Airman Davenport getting bodied on the basketball court, that was Mr. Carr's belly that he reverberated off. That's Mr. I don't have a CCA yet, so I'm trying to learn more.
But he's working on it. Right?
Right?
And a farewell that we have coming up soon is Airman Heath will be going over to comm. So Airman Heath will be leaving out here within the next couple months, 6 weeks or so?
I leave on the 14th of June.
The 14th of June. Okay, so that's about a month. So yeah,
I think we extended that 6 weeks.
I thought it got extended to
Did
July.
it? I mean,
I thought it went to July. No,
I think it's
we'll
like,
talk about
I
that
think
later.
it's like 20 July is my
I thought that's what it was.
It's after my change of command.
Yeah, Airman Seeley will be filling in for Airman Heath when she leaves. She's coming to us from Comm Squadron. So those guys, they're going to swap out, but that'll happen here soon. So we'll be saying goodbye to Heath soon.
All right. So,
All right, so I know you guys have appreciated having me around as your first sergeant, but that's coming to a close soon. Sergeant Brown is going to be coming back from his COVID support deployment here soon. Should be towards the beginning of June. So you guys will see him come back in with his smiling face again, and you will see me go back to the cave of FMA, where I will be probably tethered to my desk for a while. For a while to account for all the time that I've spent running around doing shirt stuff. But thank you guys for letting me be your shirt for a while, even some of y'all calling me shirt. Gives me a little bit of pride, makes me feel good.
Oh.
That was nice of y'all. But the real shirt's coming back soon, so yeah, that's gonna happen.
all right. No, and let's kind of give you a shout out. You've been doing a great job doing it. I know we got you a stint previously a little bit, but you know, a more prolonged time period that you've been doing it here, and nothing but great things from across WSA that I get told about. You know, the job you're doing and getting out, and you know, you always got the hair, so that always steps you up a level. But you know, great job. Thanks for taking on that role. Hopefully, and I really think it is in your career path to try to get to be a shirt. So, good job. All right, so we got. No, we're still rolling with you.
Okay. All right, maybe my last shirt, Dirk. So let's make it a good one. So as the commander was talking about, COVID restrictions changing, releasing some of those restrictions. There is still risk assessments that need to be done for travel, but there is no ROM requirements for CONUS travel. But if you have any confusion or any questions on that, please ask your supervisor and they can run it up and figure out what questions you have. I would just say, for that, when you go out to businesses out in the community, some of them still require a mask to be worn even if you have your vaccines. So please just be courteous to those businesses. They still require you to wear businesses. Sorry, I'm from Tennessee. So they still require those. So please put your mask on whenever you go into those businesses. If they require it, don't go out there saying, "I've got my vaccines," and show them your card and call them a snowflake. It's okay. Just please put your mask on when you go to those locations when you're visiting those businesses. Also, if you have very strong feelings about the vaccine, PA is actually doing some stuff right now where if you felt like, hey, I had a really strong motivation as to why I got my vaccine and you wanted to share that, PA is putting together some videos that they're going to post out there to just show people, hey, this is why I got my vaccine. So again, it's not required. There's no requirement. But if you have very strong feelings about it that you'd like to share, please let me know. We can get with PA to try to get you out there so you can show people, hey, this is the reason why I got the vaccine. It's why it was so important to me. And then also, now that the weather's starting to get really hot, and you guys are going to be traveling a little bit more, a little less restrictions on what you're doing, please be very careful out there. This is my safety plug. But please hydrate. It's really hot in Texas. And please be aware of where you're going, what restrictions still are going to be in those locations, and please make sure that you do your travel assessment before you go anywhere, so we can make sure that you're identifying any potential safety hazards before you go to one of those locations. Then with the SKTs, just so y'all are tracking on that, those of y'all that are going to be testing for staff and tech, please be, once those SKTs come out, make sure that you're studying those, looking at those, because it's not just going to be PDG anymore. You need to be prepared for that, so if it's really difficult, you know who to talk to, you know who to blame for that. But please start looking into that. As soon as the information comes out about those SKTs, start looking into those, because it's going to be different for those of you that have just tested with PDG for the past couple times. And then also, we do have a CCAF graduation coming up. Is it 4 June, Sergeant Ortiz?
Yes, sir.
4 June. So if you have anybody you know that has received their CCAF but have not done a graduation, you can get them signed up. The 5-6 is kind of running it, but if you talk to Sergeant Ortiz, she can get you the details for it. It'd be really awesome to recognize any of those individuals that have gotten their CCAF. And if you know anybody that's maybe not in CBTS, it's open to anybody. Please spread the word. We're trying to get it out as much as we can. But my dream is to one day attend one of those as a graduate. But we'll see. Maybe it's achieved. That's the hey, if I make fun of it, it's harder for everyone else to. I take away the jokes.
Still not that hard.
That's the last.
All right, in sports, my segment is sports. So first, well, not first, but I'm going to say this first because I'm going to save the best for last. But Logan Paul will be fighting Floyd Mayweather.
When?
Yeah, it's happening. I forget the date, but it's coming soon. I think it's in July. I want to say it's in July. But that should be a very
It's in June.
funny fight.
It's
Say
in
again?
June.
It's in June?
June 2.
June what?
It's on a Sunday, June 6th, I believe.
It's on a Sunday?
Yep.
June 6th. All right.
It's a weird day for
I know. I would have said the same thing.
But yeah, so tune into that. It'll be hilarious. Most importantly, the reason we didn't go to Pirelli's or Bikini's, as Chief B calls it, the NBA playoffs are back, people. The Lakers beat the Warriors last night, and the Grizzlies will play the Warriors to see who advances, and then the Celtics. Who's in the East, Chief?
Celtics won.
The Celtics and
The Pacers won.
And the Pacers.
So now
they beat the Hornets. So it'll be the Celtics and the Pacers to see who comes out in the East in the seventh for the final seed. But yeah, so stay tuned into the NBA playoffs. Everyone talk about it. Of course, y'all know that's my sport. And there's some stuff going on in baseball, but y'all know that's not really my sport. Do it.
Oh, that's what you're gonna say. Best for last is that the Yankees.
No.
The Yankees pitcher threw a no hitter against the Rangers last night. So sorry, Bridges.
That's all I got for sports.
All right, everybody. Big thanks to Lieutenant Garcia, Sergeant Murphy, for getting out there, and Airman Kenny. Getting out there and make sure we're where we needed to be on time, right? 10 minutes, didn't matter what meeting we were in, making sure that we were on time, everything was set up, and then everybody else from a support of just being there, being flexible, helping out wherever you can. Thank you, because it definitely made a great visit. They'll tell us over lunch,
Wait,
you
okay,
got some?
let me
Yes, sir.
interrupt you there.
All right.
So LT and Murph, come up here. So, as I said earlier, tremendous thanks for everything that you all have done, and these two have done. And they jumped through hoops back in February to try to build that visit back in February. They got canceled. And rather than push it off too far in the future, I wanted to get it done again. And then they had to jump through hoops, plan some things, move some things around because of other meetings that I had or telecons I had to do. So I really wanted to thank them and in public recognize them in front of you as well with a coin as well. So you're welcome. Thank you. I'll call you Jeeves because you were the driver.
No, exactly. Thank you guys. Thanks for everything. And thank you, Colonel Snow, for recognizing that. And then Aaron Ravella, I want to say thanks for coming out here. Our PA coming out here and doing this. I know we had some complaints on our audio portion of our CSNN. So having the professional out here getting it done, we shouldn't have any more complaints about audio.
Sir, also I just kind of wanted to give a special shout out to Airman Valdivia as well, just because him and Airman Tovar as well, but behind the scenes, like with all this stuff, like the things that we couldn't do, he was like doing it all behind the scenes. So that's just wanted to shout out to him too.
Awesome. It definitely takes a team. I mean, we can't do any of this by ourselves, so appreciate it. All right, so just a couple of words. We've been doing a lot. We've done a lot over this past 2 years, and everybody's been working hard. So, it's one of those things that we have been moving forward, and we've been moving forward. And all these other things that happened along the way, we have continued to move forward, and that's what it's about. Trying to find ways. We may fail in a couple areas. We may take 2 steps back, but we're still going forward, and we're trying to make things happen, which is huge. So keep doing that. Keep finding ways to improve, making us better. How we deliver our financial platform, continue to do it. No squad is perfect, and no person is perfect, but what it's about is how we learn those lessons, how do we keep moving forward and doing better. So don't settle, right? We're in a great spot. We're keep going. Don't settle. Don't stagnate. Keep it going. Every day we have that opportunity to better ourselves, better the squadron, better our teammates, and the mission. So don't forget about the impact you make. And I know we've been able to get out and do some stuff during the visit and bring some people along to see it. But don't ever forget the impact you guys made on a daily basis. I know sometimes it can look like a number on a screen, it can look like a dollar amount on a screen, but that impact is what drives this mission. The impact that you guys do make on your fellow airmen, your fellow big A airmen, your fellow big A airmen, whether it's answering those pay questions, working on a manual payment so they can get their bills. I know we've done some manual payments and made it work. Whether it's because of an NPF or AFPC issue or system issue, still getting and doing that, and that makes a huge difference because getting those manual payments out when their pay records are not right allows them to keep living and not have to worry about that money. So great job there. Or we do site visits. I know the site visit we did out to COM really connected them with what they needed to do and getting the resources out there. That's what we need to do. We need to get out there and help them work through their problems. And even pulling together agencies to figure out, how to use the correct funds to execute a marriage retreat that we did, right, Sergeant Jones? Doing that, and it was one of those where nobody wanted to take responsibility, and it was us as an FM to say, let's work this out and let's get this. And it ended up being extremely successful. I think they had 12 married couples coming in and do that. So just things like that. You guys make a huge impact each day. Every opportunity interaction with our partners and people across space further what we do is our priority. So I continue to be impressed by everything you guys do, and I'm sure you'll hear me say this during Change Command and continue to say this, but I'm honored to serve along these guys, to serve alongside you guys, because every day we see something and we're just like, wow, they did that. And we hear different comments and stuff that go through. You guys are doing an amazing job. So continue to push each other to be better. Push us to be better. We don't stop improving either. And so continue to push us, continue to push each other. And with that, so if you like this broadcast, like to see more, click that button on the left right there on Facebook. Until next time, this is the 7th Comptroller Squad News Network signing off. That was going to be everybody. We buy.
You fly.
You make the kills.
We pay the bills.
All right.
Oh, man.
Appreciate it. I know we got to get some darts and Nerf stuff kicked up, but make sure we pick all that up and we'll get it through. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks.